What's up, everybody? How you doing? It is time for Chapter 7 of Return of the King, Pyre of Denethor. This is the next chapter in our ongoing Mondays in Middle-earth series, where I've been going through The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings. I'm going to be going through the Silmarillion as well. This originally started off as a show for me to properly analyze and critique the Rings of Power, but it has since turned into this greater interest I have now in furthering my education in all things Tolkien. I've also spun up the Middle Earth lore series, which just does deep dives into other themes. I've done one episode in the origin of the dwarves. I've done the first age of the dwarves, and I'm going to be doing the second age and the third age of the dwarves, a couple of other dwarf related ones, and then I'm going to be spinning up and doing more stuff as I continue to educate myself and come to have a better understanding of Tolkien in a roundabout way, which is kind of fun. So, anyway, if you like that kind of stuff, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Please support. Keeps me doing this full time, keeps the lights on, internet paid. Maybe one day it'll pay for a paint job for my office and an actual bedroom somewhere. There's also a Patreon page. Check out all the links below. In the meantime, let's get reading. If you've never done this before, I do sort of it's not really a live read through, but I do look at segments and then I edit this all together after the fact. So let's dive in. So this is a really important section. I mean, we're literally starting off with Pippin trying to find Gandalf, and he's in a panic because of Denethor. And Gandalf is, what are you doing out in the city? The law says that you have to remain in the citadel unless the Lord has given you leave. And Pippin's like, he sent me away. I think he's lost his mind. I'm pretty sure he's going to kill himself and Faramir. Um, and you need to do something. And Gandalf's like, I can't. The Black Rider's here. He's could yet bring ruin upon us. I have to take care of this. And Pippin's like, Faramir's still alive. Denethor's going to burn him alive. And Gandalf's like, what? What's going on here? So tell me quick. And so Pippin relays this tale to him. And yeah, this is crazy times. Oh, this is really cool. Stay this madness, yells Gandalf as he springs from his horse. And here we find Baragond. Baragond. I'm going to butcher this. So here we find Gandalf riding up the stairs, and the scene as he jumps off his horse and he's, stay this madness. And we find Baragond holding the door against these men, two who had already fallen to his sword. And you hear from inside Denethor shouting, haste, haste! Do as I have bidden. Slay me this renegade, or must I do it myself? And it says, thereupon the door which Baragon had held shut with his left hand was wrenched open, and before him, or behind him, sorry, it says, stood the lord of the city, tall and fell. A light like flame was in his eyes, and he held a drawn sword. Um, all right, this is a really cool, this section right here. Gandalf sprang up the steps, and men fell from him and covered their eyes, for his coming was like the incoming of a white light into a dark place, and he came with great anger. And he just held up his hand, and there goes Denethor's sword. This is awesome. And Gandalf basically is rebuking Denethor. What are you doing? Are you out of your mind? And Denethor is like, I don't have to answer to you. I could do what I want. I'll command my own servants. Oh, burning, already burning. They have set a fire in his flesh, and soon all will be burned. The West has failed. This scene is really well done in the films, by the way. Exceptionally well done. Authority is not given to you, steward of Gondor, to order the hour of your death. Oh, 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 this is a tragic moment because Gandalf literally turns around to Denethor and says, come, we are needed. There's much that you can yet do. And it says here that Denethor laughed and um, came to the doorway and revealed his palantir. Did you think that the eyes of the White Tower were blind? I have seen more than thou knowest, grey fool, for thy hope is ignorance. Go then and labour in your healing. Go forth and fight. Vanity! Oh man, the West has failed. It is time for all to depart who would not be slaves. Oh my goodness, goodness, goodness. You seek to supplant me with this ranger from the north. but I will not be your tool. I am steward of the house of Anarion, and I will not step down to be a doted chamberlain of an upstart. Oh my god. This is the best part, though. He says, even if his claim were proved to me, still he comes but of the line of Isildur. I will not bow to such a one, last of a ragged house, long bereft of lordship and dignity. Oh! In his madness, his pride has completely overtaken his reason. Um, oh my goodness. Ooh, see, this is not shown in the film, but he jumps upon the pyre with the palantir clutched to his breast. It says here that if any man looked in the stone ever after, unless he had a great strength of will to turn it to other purposes, he saw only two aged hands withering in flame. Hmm. Good thing is that we know, Faramir is alive, although he's mortally wounded in the halls of healing. Oh, and is this when? Is this when the Ringwraith is when the Lord of the Nazgul is killed? It says even as Gandalf and his companions came bearing the bear to the main house of the houses, they heard a great cry that went up from the field before the gate, and rising shrill and piercing into the sky, passed and died away in the wind. Yeah, suddenly their hearts were lifted up in such a hope as they had not known since the darkness came out of the east. Okay, so yeah, that was the death cry of the Lord of the Nazgul. That's a shorter chapter, but very powerful one because of the way that Denethor passes. But I'm wondering if it's the next chapter, chapter 8, the Houses of Healing. I can't remember if this is the chapter when Faramir sees Eowyn and gives the speech that they then used for Wormtongue and the Two Towers, because it's the one place, it's one of the few places where I looked at the films and I really appreciated them taking a segment of text and putting it somewhere else in a film and using it in a way that completely changed the meaning, but did so in a way that it worked, which is brilliant writing, brilliant script writing. Um, we'll see. I don't know. That's next week's update. So hopefully you liked this chapter. What's your favorite part? Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop your comments down below. Don't forget, we do have a section in Discord if you want to discuss this stuff at greater lengths with me. Support if you can, please. Drop a super thanks on this video or join as a member. There's 3 tiers of membership here on YouTube. You can also hit up our Patreon page. Check out that stuff there. There's a Discord. All the links are below. See you next time. Happy reading, everybody. Stay safe.